Well then, this, of course, is a Yamaha PS20. Now this is a very early auto accompaniment kind of machine, 1981. The first ones they did were in 1980, the PS1, 2, and 3, and they had fewer keys. They had 3.5 octave on the PS3. This has 4, and the others had less by half an octave each. And they were very similar, I think, in design. It's using kind of analog, hybrid analog and digital stuff going on in there. Obviously, it's not like a full analog synth at all, but it is analog filters and things working together to create the tones that they produce in here, and so they are kind of interesting, and it's just sheer joy. The sound is just... If you do some things on it, like this, listen, you got to realize this is very, very early, and they were trying to put together, you know, what we now have as a very sophisticated library of information. Basically, people have developed, you know, rhythm generators that can imitate people's stylizations and different things. This, you know, had some very just rudimentary patterns that they decided to... There's one issue with it still. Sometimes this particular slider is gradually cleaning up. This has been setting in, this woman said, this was owned by a lady. I used to do a Bible study at a shelter home that she ran years ago, where it was a all-girls shelter home, and yeah, these girls are, I'm sure, maybe one of them's watching this now, you know. But this is Lucille's keyboard, if it is, girls. I do strange things, and sometimes I'll notice that. Listen to this. Okay, I'm hitting a F minor. And then we're going to diminish the fifth. Okay. Now listen to what happens with a bass line. Okay, that just doesn't quite work. Okay, so you can only do chords that are so complex on this. I'm in the fingered chord mode. See what the memory does. Of course, if I do single fingered chord, then it's going to be pure happy joy. It stayed on the other one, even though I see it's got a lot of transition glitches, let's call them, transitioning from the analog to the digital realm, and mixing that hybrid technology. You've got all kinds of things. They weren't quite so sophisticated as to have this, you know, big microprocessing system back then working to make sure that everything went off without error, but of course I think Microsoft still works in the crossover realm there, don't they? No. I think they're getting closer. Talk on long enough? Okay, anyway. Of course, Bill Gates is, so don't get me going. No. Wait, I'm getting myself going. I can do this. Okay. If you don't know this, Bill Gates is investing. He may pose as a guy who is very loving and just, you know, giving away all this wealth to the masses, but in reality, he's sinking tons of money into RFID stuff, and he's a eugenist. And he's in with the Bilderberg group now, so beware of Bill Gates. Just a side note. As to where technology leads us, there is a document on my website, incidentally, how this all runs together. Look up my sounddoctrine.com, go to the ministry networking, and there's one there on the Mark of the Beast. Back in the 80s, how do I wind up talking about the Mark of the Beast with a keyboard? I don't know. Just something about this keyboard. It's a love-hate relationship. There's a beast in it. You know, it's, you know, a very, very interesting document that describes exactly what happens when you scan a barcode. Do I have a barcode handy? I try to keep them out of here as much as possible. But if you look at a regular UPC code, you'll see an arrangement of lines. And, you know, these lines on the sides are a check code, and you'll see one that reads a pattern. If you go black line is 1, white line is 0, you'll see 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 double black line 0 1 0. That's 666 if you calculate that. I think somebody put it in there to bug Christians, is my professional opinion, but just read my article on it. You might find something very interesting in there. Anyway, back to happy joy now. It doesn't latch. Anyway, okay, let's see, memory. What does memory do? I can't remember. Oh, that's way cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Anyway, if you know what to do with it, it can do some really cool things, and it is very smooth sounding, you know, thing, because it has analog filter things. And it just has, you know, these, you double that down for presets there, and I got the sustain on, which makes very little difference on that vibraphone. It's preset sustain in here. You can sustain other things, though, if they aren't sustained. Well, that's great. Get a minor chord with that. Anyway, yeah, you don't want the single fingered on the there. These are very unique, and this one is in such nice shape. She had it in this case for just years and years, and there isn't a spot on it, I don't think. I can see little tiny marks, I guess, there, which I guess somebody set something right there once, maybe. No, even that comes off. It's it's essentially perfect, I think. Maybe it had a tiny scratch there I could see in the light. You will not find a newer looking keyboard on the planet. I'm going to sell this for Lucille, so I'll probably put a pointer. She can use the money more than the keyboard right now. She's 90-some years old, and she's the dearest lady. I visit her every time I go back home and talk to her some. She's just a really delightful lady. Anyway, God bless Lucille. Maybe I should do other PSR. Well, the PSR line, let me just quickly say, you know, they just, of course, exploded into a whole vast array of keyboards, mostly having auto accompaniment things and what all. And the technology, of course, went more and more digital over the years. There, I've got a PC1000 in the other room from 1982, I believe. I think it's just a year later, and maybe I should slap that one on the bench and show it to you real quick in this vid too, since I think we've got time. Let's do that. Notice it even stays on for a second when you turn it off. Alright, PC1000 here is my gift from Dulce. Yes, this... Now it's got a solo and orchestra section. You can kick on the orchestra here and have a layer. You get a low or high priority solo. And the PS series, you know, after this units for a few years there, they made those ones with a fold-out design. That, what are they? The PS30, 100, 30, 200. Those had that same kind of thing and a bunch of other ones, I think. But as you can see, they fixed some of the problem. But of course, it makes you feel more like, instead of happy joy, it just does that too. It just feels more sinister somehow. Yeah. That's just on that one chord, I guess. The rest of it feels happier, yeah. I can strange it out at certain points. Seeing if I can get anything to play really strange bass notes like the other one. But yeah, they did a lot better on getting the chords synced, obviously, on this one. So anyway, A friend of mine actually has somebody, who is it? But they have some of the cards that slide in here and program these things to do different things. I've never heard what they do, but you can sing along with it, whatever it is. You can slide it through and sing along, or you can cancel the melody if somebody's getting out of hand. I think it invokes some kind of mind control on the people. Probably there's a transducer in here that interfaces with the brain or something. Anyway, alright, that's the PC1000, and it does display the chord name. What is it called? Yeah, it says F diminished minor. Got that right. Absolutely. And it has transposer and a bunch of other stuff on here. Anyway, it's, yeah, pretty cool little keyboard.